Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rio.
Boy, Kai, man.
And we here. Keep on pushing live. Uh, you know, big Sunday evening.
Yep,
Redskins
yep.
just got their ass cut, so we ain't
Yeah, how you know? You got the same shit on your mind like me, man. But like, fuck.
we got our ass
I've
handed
been,
to
man. Listen,
us.
since that loss last week, man, that shit done killed it for me, man. Seen it again this week right here. Is like same shit we saw last week. Same shit we see every year. Like, what the fuck with this team, man?
Yeah. When they gonna finally get Ron
Emotional
ass
roller
up out
coaster,
of there,
yeah.
dog?
Man, it
We
ain't
need that
just wrong.
dude
We can get
out
rid
of
of
here.
Ron and then what? Okay, what? He basically gone. He gone, but then what?
I mean, we gotta get somebody in there who know how to put together a team, man. Because at the end of the day, the
I
talent
mean,
that we got is not what we don't got it. We don't have the talent, so we got to put some people in there who know how to get us the
we
talent, and
do,
then
man.
how to
I
coach the
think it's
talent.
more or less in that goddamn in the coaching for sure, and also and if we keeping at the talents, the defense more or less because it's that blown ass coverage that goddamn allowing all them goddamn points like that, man. Like yeah, Sam
Point blank
Howell can
period.
do a little this and that. There, even his little interception here or there ain't just what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? He's still essentially a rookie working into his groove, and he hasn't been that bad at it. Like from what we've been working with in comparison to he's been somebody that like, okay, we ain't got to pull the plug on. We ain't got to keep doing this quarterback shuffle so much. But that damn, the points we give up, man, that shit's crazy.
So I think that Sam Howell got to go. If you ask me, after this year here,
Yeah,
we gonna have us a top 5 pick. We got to get one of them quarterbacks, one of them Caleb's, the Drake May, or the I personally like Michael Phoenix. We got it. We got to do it. We got to.
Michael
I
Phoenix,
mean,
that's
we can
who that
keep
is right
Sam.
there.
I
You
mean,
know, college. I mean,
that's the Washington quarterback, Washington Huskies quarterback.
okay.
So I mean,
See,
like,
I
we can
mean,
keep Sam, but I don't think he it, man. I don't think he it. He not gonna be the guy that's gonna take you to the Super Bowl. He'll keep us decent.
right. I feel the same way too, but I just feel like with the next move, like the next hands-on thing that need to happen, ain't that. I don't think it's that.
Okay, I
Like
got you. It's definitely a
something,
left tackle,
something
though.
like yeah. I mean, something like the draft move now. I mean, don't if we can make it happen, yeah, get one of them good guys out there and shit. But don't stick your neck, put it all out there. Like we got Sam Howell is someone to where like we don't need no first. We don't need a first round quarterback. Could we use it? Hell yeah. Will we take it all day? But I don't think it's as critical as it has been since the losing of like Cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, where the fuck we go from here? Like Sam Howell got enough potential to see what's going on, but also get somebody to kind of monitor that backup situation to in case Sam
So what
isn't
would you
that guy.
what you think our next move need to be?
All right, so real shit. The next move is going to be goddamn within the staff before they even touch the players. Real quick, they're gonna be within that head coach evaluation shit. Ron is out. That ain't no goddamn mystery. And then going from there, like filling that head coach spot, also along with the defensive coordinator, because we lost Del Rio and shit. But like you gotta, I feel like move, like go stronger in that goddamn staffing, and then put your focus on goddamn these players, which I feel like more or less is that line and the coverage. I feel like with the offense in the draft, they need to look more for like them linemen and shit on the
So like
offensive
right now,
side.
as it stands,
And
we have our pick is like number 5. What would you pick with that?
number 5 or some shit, right?
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. We're having number 5 because we moved up quite a bit. Last time I checked, we ain't been quite that high. But given that we just back to sucking and we got that 5th pick, shit, damn. I say if one of them stellar quarterbacks is declared and the boy in there and shit, yeah, all right, then fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead and snatch that because linemen are a little more expendable to, you know what I'm saying, like when I say expendable as far as like with the
Deeper in the
priority
draft,
in
you can get
picking these
those.
guys. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? They go on like nobody really sees the stars and these linemen and shit. Like I mean, those who know sports really watching, they gonna know who to really study, but like it can go over your head real quick, you know. But yeah, I say
What about
goddamn
Marvin
you can
Harrison Jr.?
fall. See, I mean, I don't feel like him in particular, right? Not him in particular, man, because our wide receiver's pretty all right, man. Like we got a wide receiver core that you can work with. Some people trying to sit here and discredit Jahan Dotson and shit like that. Like, man, how got to work it out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just to get a little right. But it's
Right.
basically just getting the boy all on fucking beat, man. Like Airbnb just coming in his first year and shit. Trial and error. Just seeing how he can really piece the shit together. He done already
But
came here and thought it through, and now it's in action to get the real valuation and see like, okay, what really fucking works versus what the fuck is ideal. You know what I'm saying?
you think BNB going to be here next year? I think they're going to get rid of all of them.
I don't see his tenure being with us too long. You know,
Yeah,
I
they
feel like
getting
he
rid of
just
all of
ain't
them.
he being brought into like there's just so much change going on with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole lot of fucking change. Like it ain't. It's still. We just what is really happening with the ownership change and shit is we're just about to get to the point where you can find comfort back into just football and not all this
Yeah,
extra shit.
normal operations.
Because you
Well,
know what I'm
that
saying?
brings
Like we
up a question. Let
still
me that brings up a question. So
all right.
before before the season started, Eric Bieniemy was a highly touted offensive coordinator, just coming off of the Kansas City Chiefs, what however many Super Bowls he won with them in the limited number
And
of
like two of
years.
them shit.
He was
Yeah.
like the next offensive genius. You know what I'm saying? And there was a big
Mm-hmm.
uproar behind him not having a head coaching job. Like it was all types of stuff being said. Players don't like them because they say he too hard. Okay, we about to get there. We about to get there, cuz. So before he came to Washington, he was supposed to be the next man up, and everything was like, why this man can't get a job? And they was leaning into the race car, like another black man can't get a
Yeah.
head coaching job. Comes to
Right.
Washington
Right.
and understand that we already were a dysfunctional organization when he got here.
Yeah.
He was supposed to
Yeah.
be like
Yeah.
one of the pieces that was legitimizing our situation. 10 weeks, 11 weeks, 12 weeks into the season, and it's not going as planned. And
Yeah.
I see the reports as in it's in people do not want him to be the head coach. So I'm saying my question is, how does a man go from, how in the world does he not have a head coaching job to in what, 2, 3, 4 months, something like that, to not only should he not have the head coaching job in Washington, to he probably won't get a head coaching job in the NFL, period. What are your thoughts on that?
See, I'll bring it back to, just with these whole the ideal thoughts and shit. Because like goddamn, over there in Kansas City and shit, that like each franchise is different systems. It might be
Right?
some similar shit, but each system is its own system because each player is unique in their own way. You know what I mean? So like goddamn, with all that, it's like with Kansas City and shit, where he knew what to work with over there, our team might not possess that. You know what I'm saying? With like all the ingredients he had for the recipes that he can cook
That's
up.
kind of obvious. It's kind of obvious we don't got that, but continue.
I mean, yeah, yeah, But so you got that playing effect along with this whole rebuild of an organization. Like that rebuild of the organization is kind of killing any like any or coordinator, coach to be right now. because like it's still a mess to clean up. Like Dan Snyder's like stench is still all over that place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He might be out the building, but there's still some scrubbing of his residue to fucking be done. And I feel like kind of partially when it comes to Ron, it's unfair with the bullshits he got caught up and had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Not to be a just clear cut decision on like, okay, is it just Ron and his bad coaching and shit? I mean, I think that we can agree as fans right now, like, yeah, this nigga, something got to be done. But
Yeah.
on a
I
fair
mean,
matter, there's
he was and he not to cut you off, sorry to cut you off, but Ron has a history of
yeah,
being very mediocre. Even going back to Carolina, he only had one season where he really like set it off. But go ahead.
right, going to the Super Bowl. When he did it, he went to the Super Bowl. So we talking about bragging rights, that shit gonna hold its weight. You know what I mean? Whether you want to look at all the losing shit, the bad shit that hey man, goddamn had a Super Bowl 10,
Yeah, but we kind of
So that's what any
how how you feel about EB's transition from should have been a head coach to now our organization has ruined this man's reputation. Basically his
I think
career.
I think the head coach shit was hopping the gun because we know well a lot of people is a popular opinion that Ron needs to fucking go. Whether you're a fan of the team or not, anybody watching football is like, yeah, that guy ain't it.
Right.
So you look at Bieniemy over there on Super Bowl winning ass team. It's like shit, goddamn, this guy not only is he just a good offensive coordinator, like this guy can really just run that shit. Like that Washington is so fucking bad. Like that OC just need to go and take that shit over. You know what I mean? So I just think like he getting drawn into all that type of shit, like with the lesser of us, and instead of just coming in and filling the slot of what he know and is good at, they want to put much more on the man than what the fuck he really is. And it
So
ain't
reports
ever
are coming
him
out.
that's praising up. Yeah.
So reports are coming out that he's a tough coach. I mean, before he got the job, that's been reported that he not that it has been reported he's a very tough coach. You one of them loud, screaming, yelling, cursing at you, and all of that good stuff. And that the players aren't responding well to it. Like they don't want it. They won't back him to be a head coach, so on and so forth. So I brought that up to say, isn't that what isn't that what isn't that what our team needs to be
I
coached a
mean,
little
yeah, like
bit harder? We have been
I feel like
losing. We have
it's
been losing
definitely
for
only right he come
decades.
on that drill sergeant shit. You know what I'm saying? For him to come in like a drill sergeant, I think that's very realistic, Like if that's the case. But also, because some reports came out damn near preseason, like people it was a little sparks then. People were talking about like players whining and shit about his coaching
Let
and
me cut the
whatnot.
bullshit.
Or like
Let
he
me
never
cut the
did
bullshit.
the
If he was white, do you think that he
yeah.
would have these issues being a tough coach?
No, of course not. Because that's already one factor in the shit. Now shit has been progressing, I feel like, as time been going because there's been a lot more black coach success, so to say, in the past, I'll say what the past 20 years in football and shit. There's been a lot uprising from the player to the coach and shit. But him being like if he was like white for sure, man, no, the boy it would not be all this flack. It would not be this whole like, oh, something needed to be done with him. But I think it would have been just. I don't even think it would have been a thing. You know, I think
You
it's
think
just
he would? You
because
think he would have
the
already had
fact
a head coaching job?
more or less. But also one thing when it comes down to this Airbnb shit, and it's something I gotta look into a little more. Is like I don't really hear his take on that shit much. Like, do he really want that? Is he just one guy to goddamn just offensive coordinate and shit? Like,
I definitely
because you
believe he
already
wants to
know,
be a
like, I
head
mean,
coach
just
now.
being paid, you get paid. You know what I'm saying? You become the man and shit like that. But do you really want that type of responsibility, especially in going into a franchise that's switching up ownership and shit? Like,
He definitely wants to be a head coach because he wouldn't been taking the interviews and things of that nature if he didn't want that. Now, do he want to take
I guess you're
over?
right because he is the assistant. He's the assistant head coach as well.
So now, does he want to take over Ron's job at this? Well, I mean, it's not going to happen because if it would have happened, it would have been happened. But would he have wanted to take over that job? Goddamn right. Reason being, you're not going to be here next year. So you better take the opportunities that you get to do what you can because they already don't want you there. And when I say they,
What
the
exactly
powers
is
that
the
be.
deal with him? Like,
The only thing,
how long is
only
it? How
that's
long is he there for? Like a year?
so he is under contract, so he would be here. He's under contract for like 2 seasons or something like that. So this year and next year, and that type of thing. So if they let him go, they would have to fire him. Ron's under contract too, so he can come back also. To be honest, they don't necessarily have to
Yeah,
get rid of him.
no.
But
I think that Ron shit is a done deal.
I'm I was really kind of interested in the Eric Bieniemy part of it because it's so interesting to me that this man has won so much as a coordinator. The resume is immaculate. He has an immaculate resume, and he can't get a shot at being a head coach anywhere. And even on a team that's horrible, we still don't want to cut ties with a Ron Rivera to let this man run the show just to see. Like shit, fuck it, let's just see what he can do.
I think. I think with the Harris group, them boy just ain't want to it's a timing thing. I don't even think the timing's right for him to take over the team right now. Like he just be thrown into like a whole cluttered mess. Like real
So
shit.
look at the other team. Las Vegas did it. They fired they uh, head coach and GM, hired Antonio Pierce. Fuck it, got did it. Um, Off the top of my head, I can't name, but there's another team that fired the head coach in the middle of the season too. Just
Yeah,
because you
that boy.
can't, at some point you can't reward losing in bad effort. Like you got to get out the way because there's too many people that can do your job, or that would there's too many people that would be better at your job. So
I
what are
just
we?
feel like the difference is it's just a lot more clear in them organization because when it come down to it, and to our knowledge and to the public, there's not a more what's the word for it? Like the shit that goes on with our organization, they ain't a more controversial damn front office right now than our shit, man.
Right now,
Like
yeah, we
that
got it.
shit
We
is
got it.
something.
We got it
That
live
shit,
right
some
now.
hella far shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That Dan Snyder shit was a real thing. Like, bro, that shit was a real thing, though. Like, to what we come commanders, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Fucking commanders. So I just
still
feel like it's just
football.
easier. It's easier for them other guys like an Antonio Pierce because the Raiders, they already, man, them boy already know who the fucking Raiders are. They already got an identity. Nigga, down to our fucking name, we still, that shit is up for grabs. Like, is they still gonna continue the fucking commanders? You know what I'm saying? Like, the
Yeah, they need to
identity
get
isn't
rid of
even
that
been
shit.
built yet, dog. Raiders, man, that's a whole fucking like, man, some motherfuckers live by that shit. Like, that shit is just something embedded that never go away. You know what I mean?
Shop, sup, my
So, like,
boy. I think this nigga must be a
I
Raiders
just,
fan.
that's
We done brought him up.
Raiders, man.
I don't know, but he must be. Tell him some damn true. But yeah,
But
man.
for real though, but them boy already got they goddamn culture. The Raiders culture is like that shit is already to where whoever's coming in there is adapting to what that shit is gonna be. Our shit all mixed the fuck up. We ain't really know what this shit is right now.
Shop. I'm just up here, bro. Goddamn, doing my Montel Williams thing, man. My Jerry Spring, my
Sharp
Jerry
man.
Springer, my Jerry Springer
Appreciate you
shit, bro.
checking in, Sharp.
That's my partner from. I don't know where his ass live at now, but Columbus, Georgia.
True shit.
Columbus, Georgia, in the motherfucking house, nigga. Uptown, Bellwood.
Hmm.
I done been a couple of places, Kai.
Yeah, all over this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, man, I know a couple of niggas, man.
True shit. Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
starting to see the world, man.
oh, there we go. My
Why you
mouse was
think like
fucking up.
shit's so different? Like with this whole the different places shit.
Say that one more
In
time.
different places, I said the whole thing with people perspective with the whole different places is like the place be different, but it's like people the same all across the fucking world, you know?
Okay, now when you say the place, you just talking about geography of location, like a nigga in Florida,
No,
nigga
I'm
in South
saying like,
Carolina.
all right. No, I'm saying shit, however you want to go from city to city, state to state, country to country. You know what I mean? Like
Well, I don't. I mean,
it's really it's
so
just
I can only speak on. I was about to say I can only speak on my observation. You know what I'm saying? This is not nothing that is matter of facts because I'm not a historian. I'm not a sociologist. But since this social media shit done hit, man, I think that all of us is kind of like it's programming us to think in the same pattern culturally. Cause if you look at your news feed, I'm saying once again, I'm only speaking from my point of view. You look at your news
right.
feed, you're only getting a tunnel of what you like, what you're putting out there. So I'm basically only getting this form of black culture, which would be mostly hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. So that's forming my opinion. That's influencing what I think. And for every person that's in my circle, we're getting the same information. And that's with the social media, now it's global. So if I'm able to interact with some people in Nigeria, our thought patterns are going to kind of align just because of the energy that we're putting out. So you're saying that you're thinking that things is different, and I'm seeing how things are getting more of the same in my
Well, no,
mind.
I
In
mean
which,
I'll elaborate a little more. What I mean is like it's just like the shit I feel with it is like when it comes down to the whole differences things. Like one thing, real quick, somebody feel like they ain't at their best in life on whatever level and shit. One thing that is commonly thought amongst people is to relocate, like go to another city, take your house to another city or something. You know what I mean?
okay,
And like
well,
it be, it be like
if that's what you need to do to self motivate yourself to do something, some people need that. Some people need to get out of their comfort zones in order to push themselves further, and that's cool. I'll never,
yeah,
I mean,
right.
what's wrong with that? I mean, that's one of the great
No,
things
and
about living. That's one of the great things about living in America, the freedom of movement. I can be in South Carolina today. I can say fuck it and go to Seattle, Washington tomorrow if I want. Other countries in the world, you cannot do that. You cannot move to this place to that place. So your lot in life is pretty much set.
no.
So that's kind of
And
like the
I
American
ain't-
dream, right?
I ain't even saying it
To
like
pursue
it
the
is something
happiness.
wrong. No, I'm not saying it like it's something wrong at all. It's just like it's
What's
like
good?
to
What's
kind of
good?
go
What's
into
good,
what you
Luca?
said here. Saying. But just to get into the furthermore what you're saying is like it's just kind of like in a maze of like how you can really just shift shit because sometimes really it is just the damn scenery. You know what I mean? Like motherfucker can really go to the next place, do the same shit they really could have been doing here or whatever the fuck. But it's more on an inspired level and shit. So it's like they got eyes more widened to what it initially even was from the start, what it was at. But they go and just what I'm saying, exceed just from a shift of fucking scenery, you know what I mean?
That and also
Like
my
even
I'm about to show this. I'm about to show this comment, and then I'm going to expand on that because he touching on the next point that I was about to make. Different places present different opportunities. Yeah, because you also have to look at the industry that you're pursuing in the hierarchy of what's going on. Like a major part of business is location, location, location. You have to be in the places where the people who cut the checks are at in order for you to build that relationship with them so that when the talks happen, your name comes up. So it's pretty hard if okay, so of course I'm an ex rapper. So it's pretty hard for me to be in Charleston knowing that the checks are cut in New York. That's where your labels are at. And I'm not in New York rubbing elbows with the people that's cutting the checks. My name is never gonna come up in the
right,
conversations to make that thing happen. So that's the importance of the freedom of movement and being able to get to these places and that thing and that. But also, once again, coming back to this social media thing, since this has come up, it has made it easier for entrepreneurs everywhere to be where they at and to get their hustle on. So you really don't have any excuses right now. That's just how I feel. This is a very powerful medium that we're using. And if you use it correctly, you can get your money on, man. But niggas be playing with the shit.
right, right.
I don't think they really
I
understand the
mean, but like you
power of the
say,
tools that we have.
but yeah, man, you gotta look at it like what you like coming out what you using it for though. You know what I'm saying? What is that? Because you got some people, man, when it comes to social media, it's just keeping up with a damn loved one far wide.
Right?
You know, like
Which
it's
is
just
awesome.
communication purpose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Information.
it's got all type of different usages. You know what I'm saying? To where like, do you think so? Like this shit kind of going with my thoughts been lately with all this because I know you got to see all this AI heavy shit all in your face. Everything is AI, this and that, whatever the fuck. This whole robotic shit, the shit, I think it's just gonna be the technology is a gift and a curse, man. Like
Right.
the first, the first, how you say, goddamn conversation from the parents about the shit. The problem was children aren't being active anymore outside, whatnot. When he first came down to all type of computer shit and just video games, not even cell phones yet. Way before even the motherfucking cell phone. The first problem with technology advancing was it was cool, damn, you got this digital shit, you can hold this shit, control some shit, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Live in this world, go in this realm or whatever the fuck. To where it's like, this thing right here is keeping you from being like healthy and shit. It's
Right.
caused you to be a couch potato. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
impacting you
I
social.
just think,
You're not being able to
yeah. So
interact
it's
with,
just like
your peer group.
all that technology shit, man. That shit going goddamn. I feel like that shit is just switch, man. I mean, I think it's just a gift and a curse. But it's just all how what you're using it for and how it affects you.
I mean, I can't
Because you
disagree
can
with
make
you. And,
hella money. That's the first thing. That's the first thing anybody goes in and think like, yeah, you can make hella money off the shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, cell phone, which has like the internet. You know, which the you know what I'm saying, the main access point right now. But
very powerful computer
past
in your
that,
hand.
you got a motherfucker out here right now. I'm pretty sure, dog. I'm willing to put bread on this. It is hypothetical, but I'm pretty sure I can put money on that. There's a situation that is very much happening right now that a motherfucker is at war with their family, fighting with their family members because they're spending too much time on the fucking social media shit, doing a vlog or blog, whatever the fuck and shit like that, and they ain't pertaining to real life. You know what I'm
They're not
saying?
tapped in the reality,
Like that
right?
shit. Yeah, you know, ain't no balance. Motherfuckers ain't having somebody ain't have no balance with the shit. Like, cause it's all
Well,
they
I
just
mean,
all driven by this shit.
at what point does self accountability kick in? How much of it are you putting it on the technology, and how much of it are you putting it on the individual to educate themselves in what they doing and what they using?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying the advancement of it, it just being accessible. it's like anything. You right? Like goddamn, like you gotta goddamn moderate whatever it is you indulge into. You know, but this shit right here, just this computer technology in particular, what I'm getting at. I just think that shit gonna goddamn, they gonna ultimately the conversation gonna start stemming back to that because you gonna have this fucking world currency that's like digital, like the more gonna be done away with the fucking physical money to where
Yeah.
now you got motherfuckers want to rise against the motherfucking machine now because like what the fuck is this shit? Like you can go like any motherfucker you owe debt to or some shit, just gonna go and zap it, get this shit out of you because everything is digital. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Like
mean, you're talking a little bit
I don't
outside
know.
of my depth right now.
Yeah,
I
getting into
guess
that
a future
conspiracy shit.
exists. I guess a future
I
exists
don't
where
know.
I mean, I don't. What's so different? What's so different now? If you fuck up with the government, they can take your shit now. I mean, like,
Yeah, to a degree, but they can't listen.
to a
They can't
degree,
take.
they can take
You
your
got
shit. If
nigga.
you
You
go
got a
foul
hundred
of the
dollar bill in your
government,
pocket. They can't take that, bro.
mm,
No, real
mm,
shit, nigga. They are not coming and strong arming you and flipping you upside down and shaking your pockets out, dog.
I don't
Your boy is not doing that to you.
know. I can't sit here and tell you that I've had a personal experience with any government agency coming to me and taking money out of my pocket. But
Yeah.
there has been many cases of, let's say, street tax being levied to particular individuals. So,
So check this out, right? I get what you're saying with
okay,
that, but I'm sitting here saying, when it come down to the nitty gritty though, like they can set ways of how they just can strong arm you, like on a metaphoric level and shit. But I'm sitting here saying we still got it to this day where like anyone like it's still you can still very much catch a case with the IRS. Eventually that shit gonna be to the point where that's not even gonna be a thing. Them boy can just straight like there ain't no hiding no money, there ain't no dirty money. You know what I'm saying? Everything is all fucking paper trail type shit. Like there
I
is no
don't see
stash
it.
because ain't nothing gonna
I
be
don't see it.
man, you got some places right now that don't even
Be a
accept
black
cash.
market, man. There's always gonna be a black
You
market.
okay for sure, but it's gonna be a black market on some more rigged up fucking like computer tech shit. You know what I'm saying? Not that damn dollar gonna be gone.
I feel you.
But I'm saying, like you say, all right, I know I get not your around with all that other shit there. All I'm saying is that shit history repeats itself, man.
I'm
All this
just
shit
saying
right here,
that.
cool.
I mean, my biggest. I mean, like, I guess the biggest point that I'm trying to make is that no matter how the game changes, no matter whatever we can go cardless, whatever the hell, we can go to Bitcoin. The system is going to remain the system. It's still going to be the poor, and it's still going to be the rich, and it's going to be the survival of the fit, and those who have access to resources and those who don't. So I guess the importance of what you're saying is you need to know what's happening so that you can play the game, you know, the way that it's being played. You need to stay ahead of the curve so that you're not the one on the losing end. And that is, I mean, of course, we need that information, but you know,
Nah,
the
man. I
big
mean,
picture.
really, shit. I just putting out there what I know. I mean, motherfucker, take from it what you want to take from it. I'm just saying, like, yo, this is very much a real development that's happening. Like, for real, you can sit there and see it. Like, man, this place is here right now, dog. This is a place, damn, some shops on goddamn King Street, though, that don't accept cash.
I mean, when I was the last time I
Like,
was in Atlanta, they pretty much every restaurant I went to was cashless. You had to have a card. So I mean, yes. And
yeah,
then it's so easy right now to pay everything with your phone. Apple Pay, Google Pay. Don't
yeah,
even need your card. As long as I got my
you know.
car insurance information on there. I got my
And you see how much of that shit been like that, like at will. You know what I'm saying? You see how much that shit is just at will. It's always gonna be presented as like you got the choice. You got the decision. You know what I'm saying? Like it's put
Yeah,
in your hand for real. It's not really gonna be like no gun to your
Terminator,
head. Make this
Terminator
change in
2
your
shit,
life
right?
about how you go about shit. Yes, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Say no John
Skynet,
Connor
nigga.
shit, dog.
We living in Skynet. Apple is
Like
Skynet.
shit happens. It all happens gradual. It's always a gradual process how they make the shift in that shit, man. Like
But that's
so.
what I'm saying, my nigga. You saying it's a gradual process. I'm saying we already there. We are already captives of what you're
I'm just
saying.
saying furthermore than that shit that I just been kicking, like in fact. But yeah, you know.
Like we already enslaved to the system, bruh. So whatever the tools change, you know, I mean, what cashless, whatever the hell they do, they got us. So how do you operate in that? And I guess that's where it comes. That's where, you know, knowing that,
That
hey man,
survival shit kick in. Yeah.
they going from cashless to cards and shit like that. You need to know this so that you can, you know, operate. But you know, we fucked, man.
Right.
But
I
that's
don't
just
know,
me. That's
man.
just little. That's just cynical old Rio.
I feel like them type of situations there, man, the importance of like even being conscious about it. It's like I said, just the damn to know what to expect, like to plan accordingly. Like you can't be
That's what you
sitting right
want.
here trying to goddamn huh?
I say that's what you want. But do you think niggas really be planning accordingly? I guess that's what you know.
I'm
That's
saying
the
playing according to your life, like not necessarily to like the shit that society is kicking itself, but like know overall what the fuck you stand for, what you got going on, what your real initial aim is, and how all that shit affects it, and then put that shit together. You know,
right.
that's the best way
Cause
I can put it to anybody. To
there's
the
some
whole
wild shit
matrix
going
shit,
on
to
out
shit
here,
that's
bro.
not about him. Yeah, because it's some shit, bro. It's a game you gotta play. Like you have no choice but to fucking play. You can't sit it out. There is no like, nah, bro. Yeah, we in this shit.
Yeah, you can't be on the bench. Like tap me in when you know when it's my time.
especially, yeah, especially here in America. You know what I'm saying? It might be some old fault. We call them third world countries, but them free lands, you know what I'm saying? Is when
Shit.
motherfuckers have a whole free mind.
When some of your country when some of your rural areas in South Carolina look just like some of those third world countries that we so much talk about, what are we really seeing? We can ride 45 minutes up the road and be in a little place that look just as desolate, devastated, economic, all of that, all the good key terms that they use. But what happens?
Yeah, no
Around the
man.
corner, man. You go up the street to see that. I don't have to. I don't have to get a passport and get on a plane to see government failure, or you know the cracks where you know things could be a little different.
Yeah, you right. Cause I say goddamn coming from the countryside and shit and then being off in the city, it is a difference. Like shit seem more outlaw where I'm from versus them abiding in the city, you know.
Expand on that. When you say outlaw, you mean in the
Like what I
country?
mean by outlaw is like, man, you more or less like real shit. Like you damn goddamn, you more or less got like you more inclined to like not be doing the speed limits, shit like that, without it even being a repercussion, unless it's a tragic accident. Unfortunate. I'm not gonna wood with it, but you know, you got shit like the simple shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, there ain't even no fucking stop. Like there's hardly stoplights. There's hardly track. You know what I mean? Like order, so to say. Just to be straight
Yeah,
up about the shit. Like you got a cop or two. Everybody knows the cop. You know what I'm saying?
I
Or
got you. I
whatever the
got you.
fuck.
As opposed to in the city limits where it's more
So in the
stringent. You know,
motherfucking city, it's a stranger. You don't know your local PD. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't getting in trouble, you ain't got them bitches on your back and shit. Like you don't know your
right?
local PD like that if you in the city. But where I come from and shit, It's like, oh,
Well, I mean, I ain't know now.
recipe,
Them boy
Mr.
be knowing
Bob.
them
Yeah, old
motherfuckers. Them
Bob at
boy
the
know them
store.
police down now.
I mean,
Them boy
but
be
no,
knowing them
man.
niggas.
But check this out. It can still very much. Them boy every day, right? I'll put this right here. I'll switch it from the citizen. I'll take it to the cop. The cop,
Right.
if the cop where I'm from is having an interaction of any sort, he pulls somebody over, he talking to whoever, he having an interaction, he knows that person every time. He knows the person. In the city, the cop, his interaction is a stranger. I'm sure it's a different person. And every time might be a few folks he know around the way,
Right.
but more or less, yeah, more times than not, he is strangers.
Yeah, he's basically
So
occupying a
just
territory, right?
yeah, so just even so what I'm saying here, saying getting more or less at with the outlaw shit is like, okay, rules bended a little more. It's not because the cop not necessarily doing his job, but it's realistic. It's like you got personal relationships with these people. So you know, well, okay, yeah, you saw Miss Daisy kind of, you know what I'm saying, looking a little tight up, leaving from the store or whatever.
You ain't gonna stress her
You
too
know,
hard.
goddamn, man, whatever what you might do is do like what any good cop I feel she could just goddamn just kind of follow her that trail on her home, see that she had got to her yard from that store. You know what I'm saying? Because everything in distance, motherfucker, from that country, that shit small. Jamestown small. So it's like all you do is you gonna see that person made it home and then going about their shit. Versus
So
down
you
here, that shit going down. Motherfucker getting pulled.
so you can see how that couldn't work in the city though, right? You can see like how
Oh,
the
absolutely. I understand it
okay.
for what it is. I'm just sitting here saying it is just more outlaw. Like I'm just more used to that shit than you know we'll go down like in the city, which is
So
everything. Like
do you
like
believe that we as a society could survive without police?
I mean, yeah, but that shit gonna be wild. I don't think it gonna be what people want it to be. I know it's a lot of that fuck the police shit, whatever the fuck. I know I stand very much with all of that, but it's gotta be, law and order and shit. Like it gotta be goddamn some type of regulation, so to say. Like the laws is one thing, but even with the law, it gotta have some type of enforcement.
Right?
It do. That shit just because motherfucker be out here like that shit'll be the worst shit on you. Like you gotta take the good with the bad with some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as we say fuck the police, and when I say fuck them, it's on that racial profiling, stereotypical bullshit. Not just because they exist. You know what I'm saying? It's when you doing me wrong because you like goddamn like your authority, like you using that shit to your advantage. It's
Hmm.
that bullshit that I don't agree with. But past that, it's like like somebody gotta goddamn make sure
So I
motherfuckers
ask
ain't
you
killing everybody. And shit.
so I ask you this. If it was vice versa and you were the dominant force, do you think that you could resist that type of the having that using that leverage?
I think being human, there's gonna be times that authority gonna stand for exactly what it's standing for. Like that whole like you the big dog, like yeah, I'm gonna go in the donut shop, I'm gonna get them shit for the free. I'm gonna
Right.
goddamn speed through town because shit, I'm the fucking cop. I know what I'm doing. Like, you ain't gonna judge me. Like, so motherfucker gonna do that type of shit there. But we talking about this whole goddamn, I wouldn't do that whole goddamn, that shit that they do to us. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? As black men and shit, I wouldn't do all that
But
bullshit.
that's
Yeah, my whole thing is this, right?
it's
Now,
easy
this is
to
the thing.
say
No,
that when you're the oppressed, it's easy to say that you would not do what the oppressor does because you're the one who's feeling it. I'm the one who's feeling this pain. So of course, obviously,
no,
if
but
I
check
was
this
put
out.
in that position, I wouldn't do what they do to me. But even within our family hierarchies, you can see how the more dominant person uses their leverage on the lesser. within our own family units. So
I mean, yeah, you got a
how
point.
how
You know what I'm
how would
saying? But it's
we,
just,
if the shoe is on the other foot, how could we say that we would do things differently?
I mean, when you put it like that, that's one way because like to never know how a black man feel, but yet I'll be like a white man cop. That's something whole different. So that's why I got like I do got understandings of shit now. Like I don't even be mad at it all. You know, like when the motherfucker doing their whole stereotypical shit, racial profiling, whatever the fuck. It's to certain degrees. It's the whole like you Larry King and a motherfucker. I mean, what homeboy Rodney King? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he got his
You
ass
giving that
whooped.
type of treatment and all that type of shit.
He
There,
did.
man. That's that overkill type shit or whatever the fuck. But the whole, like okay, shit, the black man. I mean, it's just for some of them, it ain't their fault that they just taught that the black man is like, I guess, like just more dangerous than you. You know what I'm saying? So you need to watch out for that. And then with you being an authority, keep that shit in check, if anything. You know?
Right.
So it's like you got some of them boys like they just fucking like they done misguided. They misguided like a motherfucker. Most cops, like the ones who fall into that occupation. I mean, we gotta think about what type of motherfucker you are to become a cop. You know what I'm saying? Or what you like
I mean,
versus
some
all
of them
that
pretty cool
goddamn.
dudes, man. I've
You got I'm talking about no, I'm talking about to the degree of those who are gonna like misuse their authority and be on that goddamn racist shit. That racist shit talk. You know what I'm saying?
so that's
Like
so so
that shit is like embedded in a
and
motherfucker. Like that shit like
what
a
I'm
motherfucker
getting
just
from
don't
you
turn that
is
shit.
what I'm getting from you is the biggest danger that you get from the authorities is the threat of them using their powers through racism. Like racism is the
Or not even necessarily just racism, but whatever it is that they goddamn like you know what I'm saying, have a prejudice to or whatever the fuck. Like it might be goddamn racist. Like it might be a motherfucker authority who hate speed racists. So if you a motherfucker who your cause like kind of signifies that you a motherfucker who be out here doing that drifting and racing and street racing and shit, you getting profiled. Ain't always just a
right,
color thing. It's that type of shit. You a motherfucker who goddamn just ride rims anybody or you know certain shit. Like it's just certain shit that cops can make distinctions too. Like it just wouldn't be a motherfucker just like, oh man, I just hate all of the motherfucking goddamn like weed smokers or some shit. Anybody like shit just like some weed, they gonna crack. You just gonna go heck give them a hard time. You know what I'm saying? You go to court, you gonna try to you gonna say the worst shit about this motherfucker that judge and give them every fucking thing they can give him for the charge.
right, right.
Like that dumb shit. But
Hmm.
overall though, it's like, yeah, man, like we're gonna always need some type of goddamn like regulation. Like I feel
So
like
with all that being
as much
said,
as we, yeah.
why wouldn't you be a police officer?
How you feel like I wouldn't be a police officer just off the rip? How you feel? How do you feel like that? I would
Hmm, that's a good question. Why do I feel like
see.
I wouldn't
Why did you
be a
just
police
assume
officer?
that I wouldn't be? Why
So
did you assume that I wouldn't be a police officer?
so let me try to be as objective as I can with this, with this answer, because of course I know you. But just through this conversation that we're having right here,
Uh huh.
I think that it would be pretty hard for you to accept that you would have to that you would have to take orders and do things that is kind of counter to what you believe. So I don't see you accepting a superior telling you that, okay, I need you to go to this month. I need you to get speeding tickets. We are a small municipality, and this is how we pay for our shit. So I
Yeah.
need you to profile the weed smokers because we need those $600 weed tickets. Would you like, you know what I'm saying? Like you cool with that?
I
I don't see
mean,
you being cool with that order. Like it would be pushback. It would be too much pushback with that type of order from what we was just talking about because that is part of the job. Like profiling is inherent
well,
in the job that they do.
I
We got a
see me.
quota
I'm
that
a
we
man
have
of
to meet, and
goddamn.
we have the mandates, quotas, and the political shit of the job that comes with it. It has to be done, and that is why when you say why do I assume that you wouldn't want to be a cop, it's like you wouldn't want to you wouldn't want to deal with that
Oh
type
fucking ass.
of shit
Man.
for real.
Hey man. No, I feel you, man. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, you already know just playing devil's advocate with this shit, cause yeah, you already fucking know.
Like I mean,
With
I
me,
know you, so it's
but
kind of so I'm trying. Like I say, I'm trying to
yeah,
be as objective
no,
as I can.
I got you. So, all right, I take what you say on the strength of you knowing. I can take what you say on the strength of that shit right there. But if you can separate that, I'm just an individual. You know what I'm saying? Black man in particular. You know, because I am speaking from that side of
Right.
this whole rich shit, this and that, there, whatever. For whatever reason, now me, just the man I am, like if I done gone on, and became made that my occupation and shit like that, it's then obviously like all that type of shit is just thought through and like I'm gonna do my job type of motherfucker. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it's just doing
At
my
the end of the
job.
day,
So it's even if I'm approaching some shit like, God damn, man, I know these homies, these just these niggas just trying to get fucking high, man. Yeah, fucking work, they break, they just trying to get high, but that shit all in my feet. Like, what can I just turn an eye to this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
when they
you
don't,
now.
like that affects. When I mean, when at the end of the day, that affects your paycheck. I'm pretty sure that there are
yeah,
bonuses. I mean, like I don't. I mean, I'm not in law
they
enforcement,
always gonna tell you.
so I don't
They
know.
always
But
gonna tell you that they ain't and shit like that.
I would imagine that there are bonuses and things
Well,
connected
I put like
to.
to say it right. If you take it off of the hypothetics for a second and really follow up with someone who joined the academy and really doing this shit, it's like no, if there's not even a quota, you still want to rise in your rank. Like you still don't get to the next part by just like not having no shakedowns or whatever the fuck it is. They, you know, me and B1 or whatever and shit. Like
You want to
you
be
got it's
productive.
yeah. If you want to become the damn what's the next shit up from just like the damn regular ass cop, the damn what detective or whatever the fuck. So like
And boy, you
to
asking the
get to
wrong
being
one.
that, you gonna
You
have
got
to
to do something.
damn do. You gotta show and prove. You gotta be showing and proving like you know what the fuck you doing type shit.
Yeah.
But you know, but me, yeah, listen, man, fuck all the cop shit. Be the cop. I'm gonna just be
In another
goddamn,
world, in another world, in another world. I don't know.
yeah, but
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The
what about you?
damn.
You gonna sit right there? You gonna goddamn? You gonna be done? Like I'm talking about you. You going from you to a fucking cop?
I guess she just looking.
Nigga,
She ain't
you
gonna
gonna what
say
kind of
nothing.
shit you gonna be on?
See, man, I done thought about that shit a whole lot, right? And I know.
Yeah.
Come on in. I know for a fact that I'll be the crookedest, dirtiest cop that ever fucking existed, nigga. Straight up on some
That's where
Alonzo
you going
train.
there with that authority shit.
And you ain't no way, not me. What?
You sitting right there, you going for the gusto. That nigga going goddamn,
Man,
you
come on,
extorting
man.
everybody.
You talking about me now? I'm just being real.
Denzel training D.
Denzel, I'm going for it, bro. I'm going for it. Why not?
Denzel training D.
Why not? Why not?
No, when I sit here and say, when you talking about coming from you to you like, yeah, you know.
Why not, man? I mean, the punishment, right? Jail. Death. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, you gonna die anyway. So how you want to live your life? You want to live your life as someone who's always being told what to think, what to do, how to move, how to shit here, shit there, or do you want to be the one who calls your own
So
shots?
in the midst of all of that shit right there, the morals, man, are all the morals just thrown the fuck out the window.
Are the
It's like
morals
fuck it,
thrown out? What is morality? That's the
yeah,
main question, right? The big question. What are your
you know,
morals? If you are a police officer,
you
you're
know what I'm
supposed to
saying?
have these set of morals to carry you through this, that, and the third. So why does the police officer have to have a different set of morals from the civilian?
I
Why
mean,
do,
because
why,
you
why does
are
the
supposed to be motherfucking protecting. You supposed to be the good guy. You are choosing the role of the good guy. Straight the fuck up. Like you sit there and say, hey, I'm a good guy. You know
so
what I'm
why
saying? Whether
isn't the
you fucking
civilian
manipulating that shit, you say that
so
that's
why
your job,
isn't
though.
why isn't the civilian the person who's supposedly carrying society? Why aren't they supposed to
No, no,
carry
no, no,
themselves
no.
up to the standard of the
They
officer,
got
of the
they got
people that
they got their goddamn accountability they gotta take too, but it's just the motherfucking cop that chooses to go a little above shit to say, hey, I'm gonna really regulate this shit that we all should be doing. That's how the
mm,
motherfucker get that goddamn authority, you know? So fuck that. Them boys choose to go and goddamn like, hey, like be above the law. And being above the law is being a fucking cop because the laws is already laws. Supreme Courts, like your goddamn regular local lawmakers, where laws are laws, no cops attached to it and no shit like that. This is a fucking law. Now the
right?
cop comes in on the regulation part of this law, you know.
The enforcement
So it's
part
like,
to protect the property.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. So it's like, yeah, that's where I'm pointing the finger and holding it a little more on that fucking dirty ass cop. Man, nigga, check this out, right? And I ain't want to go
Right.
too far, but OJ,
Okay. All right.
OJ fucking
OJ.
Simpson, dog. This nigga goddamn really come down to the conclusion of his case being because this cop been so fucking crooked. His morals is fuck. You know what I'm saying? All the
Yeah.
fuck all the good that cop ever did and shit like that. Everything that
He
just got
said
amassed
nigga.
was
He
all
said
that
nigga
racist
three
ass
times, and
fucking.
that's a wrap.
You know what I'm saying? Because he chose to be the good guy and didn't stay the fucking good guy more the better part of the fucking time. This track record built up on him to fucking losing one of the most miraculous fucking cases in his fucking life. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Like real shit,
I
dog.
think he
Because we
was more. I think.
already
I mean, of course. I mean, I think it was more than just him that ruined that case. It was a whole
no, but
list
I'm just
of.
saying even in that right there, that was a key part, bro. That shit
It was
was,
a key
man.
part. I mean, it's definitely a
That
part
shit
that
was
they
a
talk
very
about
much
to
key
this day.
part. It only mattered. It only mattered because him being a cop supposed to be a good guy. Real shit. Like that's if he could have been like a fucking teammate or anybody else in that day, he would have been judged like a fucking civilian. But you a fucking cop that bad, yeah. Now I'm talking about shit that go both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that shit gonna go both ways when you're in that fucking hot seat. Like, nigga, your honor was held high. You are so down
Uh,
below. You know what I mean? You don't just go down a notch.
yeah.
Like you're all the way down. You go all the way from the top to the bottom. There's no gray areas when it comes down to being a good person. You know,
So if
or
we're
doing the
putting
right
all of
thing.
this, if we're putting all of this on a profession, why is said profession so easy to get in? You want to be a doctor, you got to go
That's
to
my
goddamn
fucking
school
issue.
for about 18 years or some shit like that. Some
Yeah.
crazy,
Nah,
you know
man.
what I'm saying?
That be my motherfucking problem with the shit. I be feeling like, dog, that shit need to take some type of damn boot camp training type. Like you need to motherfucker need to be tested to be a motherfucking cop, dog. Like real shit. Like, cause goddamn, bro, how the fuck the average Joe Blow, you know what I'm saying? Just getting in that shit. And that be the problem when you hear anybody talk about this shit. It be like, yeah, it be the more weak ass motherfuckers from goddamn school, the rejects, motherfucker. Like, this shit don't be no lie. It don't be motherfucker just bashing the motherfucker just because we just don't like the shit. Like it be the motherfucking truth, dog. It be motherfuckers
Yeah,
taking their frustration out on society from having authority. And I don't even mean that shit on just a racial level. I'm just talking about period. You got fucking pricks out there. You got motherfucker who just a dick. You know what I'm saying?
they all
Got
out there.
felt like he got treated a little worse. Got that badge and now, yeah, everybody fucking will feel his wrath. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit, man.
Damn.
That's a real fucking thing.
Yeah, man. Like I said,
And I
I'd
think,
be a dirty cop. So I understand what you're talking about. I
yeah. But
understand.
yeah, like I said, man,
I
being that
definitely
dirty
would
cop,
be.
that means being a dirty cop, you gonna have to be the dirtiest cop. Like you just gonna have like real shit. Like you
Yeah,
can't just be like, I don't think you got no morals anymore. Like you're gonna be the dirty cop because like I said, you're already in a position, you're supposed to be the help. You're supposed to be the good guy. So it's like goddamn, if you gonna sit here and
I
say
can't do.
shit, I'm not.
So I can't be a dirty cop and still do good and help out. I think I could be a
I
dirty
think that
cop and
shit's
still help
so
things out.
on the mask. There's still a mask to wear, so to say. You know what I mean? But I just feel like the extent of the dirty ain't gonna be limited or shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Because you're ready to
I
fucking
mean,
worse. Like,
I'm thinking that I would be. You remember that show, The Shield?
yeah, I
That
know
might.
something
I mean,
about that shit, man.
that's a pretty older show. Like, I mean, it's even kind of old for me, but it was a show that
Yeah,
came out back in the mix called The Shield, and it was about like a group of
yeah, like the
crooked
bald head
ass.
white guy on there.
Yeah, man, and I'm real ruthless with that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I
And
think
it's
Al
like,
Bundy been on that shit too.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know, but I could
Yeah,
imagine
but
that would be
anyway,
my. I could imagine that would be my crew. We would just be running around, jamming niggas, robbing niggas, and shit.
doing all type
That
of
shit,
shit,
I just
fucking
couldn't.
abusing
I
the
just
parents.
that shit seemed fun to me. Fuck
And they want to just shake down niggas,
it. You know, that's like that's
bust
what
them
you
boy balls.
that's what they wake that's what you wake up every day and do. You know what I'm saying? You don't really care that these niggas is doing whatever the fuck they
You
doing.
wake up every day and say, you know what? I'm gonna go make all these niggas' lives miserable.
Miserable. Fuck it. My
Like
life
what?
is miserable. Let me,
But it's like, how do you
pass it
get to
on.
that point though? How do you get to that point?
How do you get to
Like,
that
how do you
point?
get to that point? How do you get to that point and just like, you know what? Like, yeah, I'm gonna just abuse authority and make everybody life miserable, and that shit gonna make me happy. Like, you just already an evil mother. You just gotta go with the gusto, though. There ain't no stopping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta be like a fucking off
How
nemesis.
is that type of monster created? That's a great question, man. That's a great psychological
You
question.
see them, boy. Like, how do you like you're not getting any better from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, your ration and shit. All of that shit is slowly like fucking
Deteriorating, right?
just like, man, what?
And then
All of that
eventually
shit is
you're going
going
to
out the
crash and
door.
burn, and
It's not gonna be your choice, dog. That shit gonna come with it. I mean, it is your choice with all of it, but if that is your choice, all of that is just gonna follow and come with the shit, dog. Like, it can't be no cannot, man, but I'm gonna still be the good guy. You can say that, you know, that shit sound good,
because I mean,
but
like,
the reality is you're not. You're never the good guy if you're doing the wrong shit. Like, if you're doing the dirty shit, you are not the good guy. I don't care if the motherfucker thinks you are. You know what I mean? And people can still think that you the fucking good guy, but you're not.
so one of the main things, one of the thoughts, a psychology that's taught to people to help build up self-esteem and to make it in this world is you should not give a fuck what the next person think about you. Like you
For
shouldn't.
sure.
You like, man, you like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that nigga. Fuck with that nigga on. Like that's something that we say all the time. So why, when it comes to morality, now we care what everybody else thinks so much? What
Because
is
I
that?
just feel like goddamn, I think it's more in like an ill mannered sense. Like, it's more or less like motherfuckers being negative and shit is when you just like fuck with the next motherfucker thinking type
So
shit
when
for
someone
a
is
lot of
telling
people.
you, so when someone is telling you to correct your behavior, that's when it's to fuck them. But when they on your bandwagon,
No,
it's all good.
no, I mean, and shit, that's how life is, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? It's like if you with me, yeah, you with me. If you ain't, then yeah, fuck you type shit, like for real. Cause there's enough people to say that shit though. It's enough people to be like, yo, you rocking with me and shit. I loving it. I'm fucking with that. Come rock with me. But if you ain't, it's so easy to be like, yeah, the fuck I need you for. It's like more people over here. And if you ain't with me, okay, it's still other people out here to gain. If I need more to gain, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, damn right. Fuck the motherfucker. Like,
Okay.
that's
So
just me
by
though.
your
You know?
rationale, I mean, I'm just having fun tonight, man.
I
We ain't
got
really
you.
got shit to talk about. So fuck it, man. Hey, so by your rationale, if you with me, I love you, everything cool. If you ain't with me, fuck you. It is what it is. Wouldn't the police officer inherently carry that rationale?
Man,
The,
he
I
will,
mean,
but
it's already set up. Cops and robbers, like it's already in there. So the cops, you with me. So all the robbers is fuck you, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, that's why some of the motherfuckers like I ain't even mad at. It's like you playing your part in society. It's for you to do this dumb shit. I don't agree with it. It's not cool. You shouldn't be doing it. But I get how you got here. I get how this is a thing, why this is happening and shit. No matter how much I don't agree with it, I definitely can understand it. But like I said, goddamn, a motherfucker with them type of actions ain't if they have a long tenure, they're gonna be gone by the time they really are gone. You feel me? Like you're
Right.
gonna be done. Their conscience already gonna be done ate up by the time the days is over because ain't nothing like ain't no what character like what can be built on character morality just from just indulging in that shit. And we talking about this is an occupation. We ain't talking about like you just take a little time out the day and be doing this shit. We talking about this is their occupation. You're gonna become
Hmm.
this.
I mean, just something to think about.
And you got they got authority, man, and they supposed to be the good motherfuckers. That's where the
Because
damn
if
that's
people,
just where the
because people
judgment
without
come.
people without authority still do nasty shit to each other, man. We some nasty motherfuckers, man. This human race.
I'm just saying here saying is like you are already the sick fuck to just know to go straight for the goose, just to go straight like, yep, I'm gonna get this badge and ruin lives. Like you already
Yeah,
just said
pretty,
fuck like
yeah,
I'm just
I'm pretty
saying
fucked up, man. I
that's some
am,
pretty
man.
fuck shit though. Like, yep, I'm taking everybody with me.
Wow, man. Wow. Oh,
Oh,
because I
get some
mean,
of
to me, that seems like the most logical play when you're talking about setting up family for legacy. If you know, if success is determined by these certain goals and milestones that we place in our lives, the kids, the houses, the bank accounts, the investments, the
yeah,
etc etc etc. The easiest way to do that, with to be a person in government, a person that works in the system, but
right,
bends the system to their personal well-being. And you're not going to tell me that on all levels of government that is not being done, because that's just the so, nature, nigga, survival of the fit. You self-preservation. You're going to do
right.
something. So for me to act like it's so taboo is I feel as though that would be a hypocrite of me. So yeah, man, I dive head first in that shit. I don't believe in half measures, full measures. If you're gonna do something,
Nah, man,
you got to do it all the way, good or
man,
bad.
real shit. But that's
Good or
one.
bad. If you're gonna
It,
be a good man, you got to be a good man. and be a great man at being a good man. But if you're gonna be a bad man, you got to be the greatest bad man.
But see, you got the type of shit is cases to be to where like a motherfucker didn't abide by the law to do something they felt was morally right, like to feed their family or something like that.
Okay,
You know,
that's an
and
excuse.
that's
But go ahead.
what you mean that's an excuse?
Yeah, that's the go that's the go to excuse, man. I did it all for my family,
I
man.
mean,
I'm out here doing this
is
so I can
that
feed my
not what a lot
family.
of so check this out, right?
Bullshit,
When
man.
you
You
think
niggas
the
do this shit
origin
because
of
they like
thieving
this shit,
when
man.
you think the origin of thieving coming from though?
Motherfucker like stealing,
Or
nigga.
any like motherfucker just like stealing, man. You ain't think that shit come from
Straight
like
up. I
motherfucker
mean, listen,
needed
hold up now. All
something?
right, okay. So I am kind of oversimplifying it, right? The probabilities, right? The probabilities, the percentages of a person stealing something, that person is probably going to come from more of a low social economic background, right? So the probabilities of that is going to affect that person. But don't think that rich motherfuckers don't steal either.
No,
Don't
I'm
think
not
that
saying that
people
either.
don't think that people that come from good backgrounds don't go out there and just take shit. And why? Because it's fucking fun to steal, nigga. It's an adrenaline you get from doing this shit. It's something that is you get a rush from it. And if you're successful at it, as with anything, you get social clout. The other thieves around you will accept you and exalt you. And in the world that really, you have to create your own purpose. Like, there's no, you're not, I don't believe that you're born with a purpose. I believe you're born. And as you develop whatever going on in your head, you're going to create
Yeah,
your
you
own
develop a
purpose.
purpose.
And if that, you get that from that, you're going to fucking steal.
I mean, yeah.
So,
But man, listen,
yeah.
I ain't know dog. That whole
Motherfuckers
shit
going to steal because
basically,
they
man,
like to steal.
when it come down to it, man, the motherfucking cop is more or less hoodwinking. So check this out, right? You got a
Right.
motherfucker who steal a pack of meat out the store to feed his family. He didn't. I'm gonna be clear about this shit. Like in the hypothetics of this, they ain't
I'm
no
listening.
strong army. Nobody got hurt. He just went in, put the shit on his fucking hoodie, ran out the fucking store, went back to
Ran
feed
out
the
the store.
family. Right?
Yes, sir.
Ran out the store, feed the fucking family and shit. You got, and then whatever the fuck the person who got harmed was the owner of that store because what I'm saying, they did not profit shit. They lost out because motherfucker stole from them. That
All
was
right.
the harm. Right?
I'm with you. I'm following you.
So goddamn. So when they come out of the motherfucking goddamn cop and shit, dog. When you being a dirty cop, like you are fucking like legit. You straight up motherfucker hoodwinking individual, like more on the strong arm part than goddamn something that is just like physically harmless. Cause see, when it comes to them corporations, I say the goddamn that store owner was the one effective and shit. But it's like, man, we already know. Everybody already rationalizing what the insurance is behind it. Motherfucker goddamn making all that money, ain't hurting, whatever the fuck type shit. And that's the real thoughts about it. When it come down to a dirty ass cop, you are manipulating lives and shit. You know what I'm saying? You are like, when I say manipulating lives, like I'm talking about even going like, man, listen, you throwing bigger numbers on people, keeping people locked away from their families longer than it probably even should have been. You know what I'm saying? Like, you playing people to a further degree. I feel like personally, I know you can sit here and can counter that shit with like that store owner was harmed to whatever the fuck. That was the shit. But man, no, fuck that,
I mean, I
dog. That shit
could
is
say
just a
that, but
further
that's
degree.
not how I would counter it. How I would counter it is, you know,
I just feel like it's just a further degree.
some people get the shit into the stick. Some people get the shit into the stick, bro. And if it's me or you, if it's me versus you, me gonna win.
It should be like that.
So, you say these things, and it's like, yeah, man, you are 100% correct. You know, it's fucked up, man. People's lives will be destroyed. People will be devastated. People will be this, that, and the third. But I'm not trying to be. So,
man, but you know, and all when it comes down to the reality of these hypothetics we speak on, it really bring it back to like you don't know until it's you. You know what I'm saying? Never say never.
never say never.
Like you never really know. Like, cause there's been some things that happened in my life, like, you know what I'm saying, from when I was younger to like now, some shit that would be like, man, what? Like, nah, I never, or this and that, and then you end up having to, and it's like I'm gonna sit here and I can tell you truthfully that it's the circumstances of things, but it's like still me back to making that statement. Ain't want to hear nothing about this and this. It's like, oh, I never. So you just really can never say never type shit. You know, it is some shit there you can really stay firm. I do feel like even with making a statement, there's just some shit that's like, yeah, man, you want to kill me. I'm not gonna do this or whatever the fuck. Well, talking about real life shit. We're not talking about that jokey shit. We're talking about like real life situations that you cannot avoid. Like you can never really say never. You know what I mean? Because you got motherfuckers out here talking like some shit like, oh man, what? I'll never eat liver pudding or this and that. I don't get fucked like this. Such motherfucker done locked up day with the
Kai,
liver pudding.
since you're saying that, I mean, you know, you kind of walked into this. You never say never. Yeah. You can't say that you'll never snitch. You can't say that you'll never tell.
I know, nigga. You crazy. You crazy because I wouldn't. I don't even do. Hey, listen, I ain't even in no shit to where like I even be in that situation.
You never say never.
Nope, I'll never be in that situation.
If you never say never, you can never say that a nigga would never tell.
Never, nigga. But no, I get where you trying to go at with that type of shit. Yeah, no, I already know what the fuck you trying to go with that type of shit. Nigga. But it's like, man,
we got some shit going on in our culture, dog, that is fucking crazy. When you sit back and really think about
right. So the best way I can sit here and tell you with that type of shit right there, man, is like you just gotta keep yourself best out of harm's way to be in that type of situation. You know what I mean? Like to like that is even a thing.
That's even an option, right? Stay out the motherfucking
like you just way. Got like, yeah, you can avoid that just being a thing. Like that don't even need to be a thing. For real.
Yeah. I just had to do that, man. Devil's advocate, like I said.
Yeah, man, no, talk shit. Fuck, man.
Stir the pot. Let's see what the fuck.
But listen, I'll tell you like this right here. There's a lot of motherfuckers out here though that's on that whole straight up. Never. That's like a main thing. That is a main thing that is on. I mean, you know,
that's one of the funny. That's one of the funny things to me type shit, but about our culture, man, is that the way that these niggas get on the networks and they're so ready to die on hills behind stuff that just sounds so comical when you hear it. Like they come up with these situations that sound so fool. If you remember back in the day, Bill O'Reilly asked Cameron, if you live next door to a serial killer, would you turn the serial killer in? Like, that's such a fucking ridiculous statement because the chances of a motherfucker, for one, the chances of you being next door to a serial killer, what are the chances of that? And then second, the chances of you knowing that this person is a serial killer for you to turn them in. Like, how the fuck that gonna happen? If you know that this person is a serial killer, they're probably gonna kill you next.
Right.
So these extravagant situations of like, well, would you tell? And then to have Cameron even answer that shit. Like, no, hell no, I wouldn't tell. I would just move. Like, you not even supposed to answer that ignorant ass question. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're making yourself sound foolish by validating the
Yeah,
foolishness.
because his response was like no, right? He was like no, he
Yeah,
ain't
he was like,
snitching on the
no,
motherfucker.
I would just move. I wouldn't tell. I would just move. And that makes you see him. Oh my God, he's so heartless. He wouldn't tell on a serial killer. Like, man, let's get the like, let's be fucking real, man. Let's be real, A serial killer, a motherfucker who out here, Jeffrey Dahmer and motherfuckers. Like, man, come on, man, get this motherfucker up out of here. Like, Dorchester County.
Right.
Like, like, come on, let's be fucking real. This shit here is this shit here that we talking about, man, is more about loyalty amongst friends, man. Like, how do you betray a friendship, a trust that you had with a motherfucker? You and this motherfucker, the late nights of you and him just telling stories to each other about whatever you're going through and that and the third, but to later on betray that. That's where the, hurt comes in, that in the hows and the whys. But even with that, you have to understand, man, like, it's part of the fucking game, nigga.
Yeah.
Don't play it. If that is something that you're so worried about and such against, kill all rats. Da, 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 da. Don't play the game, because that game, that comes with that. Ain't no escaping.
Yeah.
None.
You're right about
So
that, man.
just something to think about for the young knuckleheads out there who want to, think this shit's sweet. It is for a little while. Shit real sweet. Shit real cool. And your other little homeboys gonna look at you cool. You gonna be the coolest motherfucker in camp. Till
Yeah.
your ass gone. And they replace you with the next coolest motherfucker in camp.
Yeah, man. Motherfuckers
Yeah.
ain't solid.
So, Kai, man, we done been running our mouth about a good hour and a half, man. Our team suck. It's been a
Yeah.
fucking
Teams up, but I tell you what though. I'll tell you what, shit goddamn I done going, I made me some wedges with that goddamn San Fran because fuck them Eagles.
yeah. It's
So
always fuck the
I'm feeling
Eagles.
pretty alright about that. I'm feeling pretty alright
It's
about
always fuck the
that.
Eagles. But the thing is, though, I hate to. Well, I mean, you know what? The crazy shit about it, bro. By the Eagles losing, that shit still got us in the playoff hunt.
Really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
we still in the motherfucking hunt, dog. It's not gonna happen because we got to win out the rest of our games.
No,
Like,
I
we have
don't
to
think it
win.
needs that. It don't really at this point right here. It's like it don't even really need to happen, dog. I don't need to get all hyped up for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to
Yeah,
get dropped down, whatever. But like man, like no, let's just cut the shit. That's like seeing like Honey Keaton. He was against Brady. If yeah, what if he did win that game? What the fuck was gonna happen then? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It wasn't
That
going
would have
to the
made the
Super
motherfuckers
Bowl.
had their jobs longer. But anyway, man. Yeah, man. Let's wrap this shit up. Anything you want to leave the people with before we get up off this motherfucker, man?
Man, just one main thing, man. I push to any individual anytime I get a little one-on-one. Somebody really got their ears open. Think for yourself, man. Just really think it all for yourself. There's a lot to interpret in this world, a lot to grasp. Just think for yourself in doing so. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's my word.
That's a most definite. Most definite. If I want to leave, as I leave y'all tonight, I want to tell everybody who's listening, who has been listening, those who are making this far, man, enjoy the moment, man. This shit we call life, dog, is very short. Even like there's no perspective or perception of time or shifting it or whatever the hell to make it long. You got a very limited amount of time. Enjoy the time you got. Enjoy the moment. Live in the moment. Love the moment. Even in the moments that you hate, you got to have them to have the moments that you're gonna love, man. You got beef is inherent. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being human beings, you're gonna clash with motherfuckers, man. It's gonna happen. Let's get over that petty shit if you can. I know you can't, but I'm just putting it out there. It would be nice. to let the petty shit go
Yeah,
and just enjoy what's going on around us, man. We living in an awesome time, age of information. Got a cell phone, you know everything. So even dumb people smart now. You know, it doesn't have to be how we carrying ourselves out here, man. It don't have to be. So enjoy the moment, live your life, love yourself, love your other ones. And if you hate them with respect, man. Let's have respectful hate. Like, man, I don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me. That's cool. You stay your ass over there. I'm gonna stay my ass over here. But I still want you to prosper. I still want you to succeed. I still want you to be successful in whatever you got going on, man. We ain't got to kiss ass and be all kumbaya and shit. But I ain't got to stop you because it's enough for us all. At least that's how I feel. So this has been the Keep On Pushing live broadcast. It's your boy Rio.
it's your boy Kai.
We signing
Yeah,
out.
man.
We done gave
Till
y'all
next
enough,
time.
man. We done kept y'all niggas occupied for a good little second. Y'all go back to doing whatever the hell you do on Facebook, looking at them titties in the ass and shit. I know. That's all it's good for, basically. Seeing
Yeah,
some
right.
old exotic, exotic bitches. The bitches you know you can't fuck.
Till next
You
time.
ain't never gonna fuck nothing like that in your life, nigga. But they on there thirst trapping like a motherfucker.
Yeah. The boy can dream, man. The boy can dream.
They can dream. Fantasy, man. Fantasy.
Yeah, it's Facebook. There's a DM. There's a DM.
All in it. All right, man. That's another topic for another day.
Till next time, nigga.
All right. Don't hang up. Don't hang up.